Hi everyone, it's Plastic EP coming out from Melbourne, Australia. Let me tell you, it's not very often I get very excited about a book. I've got a fantastic author coming in from the UK, Darren Johnson. He was kind enough to give me an exclusive on the Suzi Quatro book. And now he's giving me another worldwide exclusive, Slade in the 70s. How are you today, Darren?
Hi, I'm really good. So thank you so much for talking to me. And yeah, I'm really excited about my book coming out.
Show us the book that's coming out. I can't wait.
Well, Plastic, this is the book, Slade in the 1970s. It's part of the Decade series. I've already written a couple of other books for this series. So it's part of the Decade series published by Sonic Bond. I've written a couple of others. So my previous book, which I talked to you about, was Suzi Quatro in the 1970s for that same series. And the first one I wrote was The Suite in the 1970s. So really, this is now the sort of, classic glam rock trilogy, really, here. Slade, Suite, Suzi Quatro, three brilliant artists.
But you know what's really amazing for me being here in Australia? All those bands, Australia embraced them so much that most of their hits were always here, always number ones from those three bands. You don't, only living here, you can experience what it was like. And that's why they kept coming back to Australia, because the majority of their fans are here in Australia and made them big. Even though they were big in the UK, don't get me wrong. But here they loved them. You only have to look at how many times they toured Australia. That was like their second homeland. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. Australia really took all three of those to heart. I mean, America at the time in the early 70s didn't really get the glam thing at all. They did later with the likes of Kiss and so on, and started to understand it then. But they never really understood the British glam phenomenon in the early 70s. Australia did, right from the word go, really took Slade to heart, really took Suzi to heart, really took The Suite to heart.
So come alive, come alive, down in Devilgate Drive. So come alive, down in Devilgate, down in Devilgate, down in Devilgate Drive. Down in Devilgate, down in Devilgate, down in Devilgate Drive. When they reach 15, that's when they all get mean.
You know, I really want you to write a book about the Glitter Band, because I can tell you that song Angel Face is like one of the greatest hits that's ever come out. It's never gone out of my head from the day it was released. It was that great. And they didn't need Gary Glitter. That's what.
Yeah. The Glitter Band were part of that. They didn't need the the original frontman. They were talented musicians and songwriters in their own right. They had a string of hits like Angel Face in their own right. And it has actually been suggested to me that I should turn my attention to the Glitter Band and write a book about them. Maybe at some point. I do think they are fantastic.
Well, let me tell you, I just want to play a bit of Angel Face now, because to me, the Glitter Band is still number one, even though it's 2023. I just love that song. Let's hear that now. And you know, the amazing thing is everything you talk about these topics and these artists. For example, how long did it take you to do the book on Slade?
6 months of solid work. I spent time looking at sort of press archives from the period, spent time on sort of online digging and researching, spent time in the British Library in London looking at some of the huge collection of old, NME sounds, all the old music magazines. I was able to dig out lots there. I also spoke to Jim Lee. I spoke to Don Powell, the drummer, and also got lots of insights from fans as well as part of putting the book together. Got some really lovely recollections from fans of various concerts. Yeah, it's been an intense 2 years where I've lived and breathed the 70s and glam rock. I did the book about the Sweets, then the book about Susie Quattro, then the book about Slade. The sort of trilogy is complete now, for the time being anyway, until I do another one.
Well, I got to say, I was fortunate enough to interview Don Powell and my co-host Sabine. She's fantastic. We will interview Don Powell again. And as I said, your book is like a great tribute to the band Slade.
Queen
is their three biggest hits from your research, if you can tell me?
Well, they had in the UK, they had 6 number ones. So obviously, Merry Christmas, everybody, which everyone knows, and I don't think they realized. They knew it would sell hugely. They knew it would be a massive hit, but I don't think any of them realized how enduring.
Are you hanging up or starting on your wall? It's the time that every Santa has a ball. Does he ride a red-nosed reindeer? Does it turn upon his sleigh? Do the fairies keep him sober for a day? So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. Are you waiting for the family to arrive? Are you sure you got the room to spare inside? Does your granny always tell you that the old songs are the best? That she's up and rock and rolling with the rest. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun.
Come On Feel a Noise was obviously a massive hit as well. But there were 6 number ones. So Mama, We're All Crazy Now as well, Take Me Back Home, Squeeze Me, Please Me, and the very first hit, 'Cause I Love You.
I couldn't get over the fact that Noddy Holder can sing so high and so strong. Like that guy's voice on every song. You never hear it. Either shiver or shake, or he never misses a note. The guy's got a rock solid voice for rock.
Such a powerful voice, and one of the best voices in rock and roll. Just such incredible power.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw them live as a 15-year-old. That was in 1981 at the Monsters of Rock Festival in the UK. This was my first ever concert as a 15-year-old. So it was, and got to see Slade and AC/DC and Whitesnake all that same day. But just the power of Noddy Holder's voice, just absolutely incredible, and a brilliant showman as well. He had that amazing ability to connect with an audience, that amazing charisma, great sense of humor, and he was just the perfect frontman for the era, really. Just an absolutely incredible one-off.
Well, I got to say, the way they dressed up, each one of them, every time they did a song, it was like you were watching, how can I say? It was like a Christmas when you saw them in their outfits, right? Because they were all different with what they were wearing, and you didn't know what to expect. That was
Oh,
the
yeah,
great
and
thing
Dave,
about
Dave
it.
Hill wants to do something crazier and crazier every time. I mean, Dave Hill puts part of the sort of success, the rise of glam rock, how it coincided with the rise of color television. So people were getting, seeing these bands like Slade in all their colorful glory, having color television for the first time. So, although Jim Lee takes a slightly different perspective. I mean, he got rather annoyed with the sort of outlandish, sort of colourful image, and he said they carried on with it for too long, and they should have toned down the that was sort of Jim Lee's take on it, but. All of them, all four of them are incredibly proud of. They don't work together as a band anymore, the four of them, but each of them individually are all still incredibly proud of the band's legacy. And hopefully my book plays a part in that, in celebrating the music of Slade. It looks at every single and every album they produced during the 70s. It also looks at the early days, because it did take, they formed in 1966, so it was a good 5 years before they had their first hit. And they were sort of doing the clubs and sort of trying to make a breakthrough and so on. It took them a long slog. They hooked up with Chas Chandler, who was he'd been the bass player in the Animals, and then went on to manage Jimi Hendrix and oversaw Jimi Hendrix's rise to fame and acclaim. But even and Chas was really important for the band. Really sort of helped sort of build a sense of direction with Slade and give them some proper management. But even then, it still took nearly 2 years before they had their first hit with Chas. So it was not overnight success. It was well deserved. It was massive when it came, and it was certainly well deserved when it came. But it took quite a while for Slade to make that big breakthrough.
Show us the book that's being released tomorrow.
So this is it. It's out tomorrow. Slade in the 1970s. The publisher is Sonic Bond. It's part of the Decades series, where they have, I think it's now up to around 30 books in the series, which looks at different rock bands in particular decades. I've not written all of them. I've written 3 of them. I've not written all of them. Other authors have produced a number of other books. But it's out. So it's available from the Amazon website in the UK, or direct from the publisher's own online shop, which is burningshed.com. Go out and buy it. I'm very proud of it. It's good to celebrate this amazing band, their amazing achievements, and an incredible, colourful time for music. It was just a brilliant, creative, colourful, fantastic time for music.
That's it. Don't wait. Go out and buy it. We're here. We're going to push it out to all the world, right? We're going to push it out all over Australia, all over the US, all over the UK. Now, with the other 2 books, show us the covers and tell us, can they get that at the same place?
Yeah, from exactly the same place. This was my first book. This is the first one I wrote, The Suite, in the 1970s. So that's what started it all. Although I've been a fan of glam rock since being a teenager, so been a fan of this for 40 odd years now, and I sort of got into it in the early 80s, actually, as a teenager. It was when I really started to discover the music of the early 70s. And Suzi Quatro is the other one in the series. Yeah,
we love all those bands. As I said, Darren, please seriously consider for Plastic EP writing a book about the Glitter Band. That's all I'm going to say to you. Good luck. We know these are going to be great sellers. Don't wait, everyone. Go out there and buy the 3 books. So at least you got all of Darren's book, because they're fantastic bands.
so hard living with the things you do to me. Oh no, my dreams are getting so strange. I'd like to tell you everything I see.
Oh, I see a man at the back. As a matter of fact, his eyes are as red as the sun. And the girl in the corner, let no one ignore her, 'cause she thinks she's the passionate one.
Oh yeah, it was like lightning. Everybody was frightening, and the music was soothing, and they all started grooving. And the man at the back said, "Everyone attack!" and it turned into a ballroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, "Boy, I wanna run you," it'll turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz, ballroom blitz, ballroom blitz, ballroom blitz. Reaching out for something, touching nothing's all I ever do. Oh, I softly call you over. When you appear, there's nothing left of you.